Alright guys, so today we're going to be installing bearings, main bearings on the M103 motor inline 6. So here we got the block all disassembled. Got some of our parts set up. These are the old parts, stuff like that. Bearings are still inside this, so I'm going to have to clean that up a little bit for the main caps. However, I'm still going to be able to drop the crankshaft in because here are the new bearings, sponsored. Just kidding, not sponsored, but brought to you by Auto Haas AZ. So those are the ones be going inside the block, and then the other 7 are going to be going on the main bearing cap. So I'm going to open this package. Package is pretty easy to open. It's a little serrated, so just kind of ripped it off. I'm going to go ahead and remove the bearings. Got some acetone here to clean up the bearings. Make sure they're nice and squeaky clean to put them on block. I already did grease the block and everything with acetone. Clean it up with WD-40, then acetone, brake clean, etc. So forth. Alrighty, here's what I did. I got my microfiber towel. I shook it off, make sure there's no lint or anything like that. I ended up wiping it with acetone, and then one part of the towel's a little dry, and then I wiped it off. Super squeaky clean. So how to install the bearings, if you're ever curious. What you do is you find the locating tab right here. Sorry, focus camera. Here we go. The locating tab. Then go ahead and seat it kinda. And then just kinda push it on in. And then you want to push down on both sides. And that bearing should be installed. So we got 2, 3 out of 7. So we're going to go ahead and install the rest. Alright, next up we have the thrust bearings. These are the bottom ones. These ones are the top ones. They hold in place with a little tab. They're a little bit tapered, so they go in a little bit and kind of hold themselves in place on the actual bearing, like this one. So if you kind of pop this one out, you can push it in just a little bit, and it's tapered, so it stays in place. So these ones, how I took it out, and this is why I'm going to put it in this way. So this motor went up to 266,000 miles. And it did not skip a beat one time. So I'm going to be putting in this way, this side facing the block, and then the groove side facing the camshaft. I think that's for the locating for the oil channels. And yeah, kind of get myself up in here. So alright, so kind of just pops itself in place. So this is the thrust washer. The other one, clean it up, put it in there. I may have to use some sort of lubrication. I got this from the O'Reilly's Auto Parts. I might just use some of the assembly lube, kind of just to stick the thrust washers on the block. Haven't made up my mind yet. Alright, I'm just gonna have to be real careful, but this is what the bottom assembly is kind of looking like so far. So far, pretty good. All the bearings are in. Block's pretty nice and clean. Don't get me wrong, I actually have not scraped this part of the oil surface gasket, but that's okay because it's going on the block. I'm turning upside down. I'm going to scrape it a whole lot better. I mean, I did a little bit, don't get me wrong. Of course, there's not going to be a bunch of trash coming off, but it'll be a whole lot, less microscopic dust compared to the big stuff. So, yep.